The Court of Appeal sitting in Ado-Ekiti has upheld the judgment of the lower court and reinstated 86 employees of Ekiti State University EKSU whose appointments were terminated. Delivering judgment in the appeal filed by EKSU against the judgment of the National Industrial Court, Akure, Justice Abdulaziz Waziri dismissed the appeal and ordered the reinstatement of the employees with payment of their full benefits. 86 employees consisting of both academic and non-academic staff were unlawfully dismissed by the university on December 5th, 2019. We're now being joined by Christian Wogu, a legal practitioner here in Lagos. Now, Mr. Wogu,
I'm here.
A very good evening to you, and thanks for joining us on News Now.
You're welcome.
Now,
My pleasure.
while many see this judgment as victory for the employees who've been reinstated, let's take a look at what led to their sack. The management of the institution claimed that it was not able to sustain the payment of salaries anymore and then had to let some employees go. What does the law say about such an action?
Yes, you see, the employer has the right to actually lay off an employee, but due process has to be followed, and I'm sure that must be working in the mind of the court in the pronunciation they're making, because you see, the court has to regulate the economy. If the matter is not handled as well as it should be handled, a lot of employers would always find reasons to begin to just let people go. But fine, the university says it doesn't have capacity to pay, but they could really negotiate with this staff. They could get into some other kind of contracts, but just laying them off arbitrarily is not really supported by the law, and that's why the matter is getting positive responses from both the lower court and now the appeal court.
Now, just as you mentioned, the claimant also said the same thing, that there was no notification about letting them go, about terminating their appointment, even though the court has now ruled in favor of the employees. Looking at what they pass through outside employment, what should be done to the university in this stead?
No, I think the university right now, if you look at it very, very in-depthly, is even adding to its trauma, because the court 50,000 naira to each of those employees, and that is 50,000 by 80, and that should approximately come to about 4,300,000 that they have to pay out. And then of course the court also says that they have to be paid their arrears of salary, 3 months backlog. So, the court can really take time to create a balance. So I'm thinking that what's working in the mind of the court is that these two are enough consequential issues for the university to grapple with.
Now, looking at the labor law, what really, should be the relationship when it comes to issues like termination of employment or even employing between the employer and the employee? What is really on ground on this subject matter?
Yeah, number one is, employment is regulated by contracts. That is why a lot of people insist on having some kind of contract to basically know that employment, because it is the contract paper that will tell what exactly will guide the employment. So in that case, the court will look at that very paper. But where it's not there, then the law has to take its way, and usually 1 month's notice or in lieu of notice should ordinarily suffice.
Thank you so much, Mr. Wogu, for joining us on News Now tonight.
Pleasure, ma'am. Pleasure.
Hello. Hope you enjoyed the news. Please do subscribe to our YouTube channel and don't forget to hit the notification button so you get notified about fresh news updates.